we've talked about stress before. How bad is that, and what is it actually doing inside our body when we're under that?
Stress is the #1 body breaker, and it is destroying us today. The reason we have accelerated rates of cancer and autoimmune disease is because the stress is changing not only the gastrointestinal balance, it's weakening the immune system, which then allows the environmental toxicity to step in. So what I'm trying to say is we're getting bombarded today from so many angles. The air, food, and water is polluted. The medication overload that people are taking. The stress of how to manage their lives, put food on the table, make a buck, and still figure out how to retire. So because it's coming in from so many levels, this stress, it's completely wiping out immune systems. And when you have that, you're literally this open playing field for this unhospitable environment to take over. And then it's kind of, where's the wiring going to go? Are we going to flip a switch and now it's autoimmune disease? Is it going to cross the blood-brain barrier and now we're dealing with Alzheimer, MS, Parkinson's? Is it going to have genetic mutation and now we have cancer? It's really how we're all wired, and that's how we make it up differently. So stress, to me, is probably the first conversation I have on the first visit, because if you don't balance your life, you're most likely not going to age with quality.
And you mentioned that stress can come in a number of different forms, right? It's not just job pressure. It can be toxicity as well.
Yeah, it's all angles, and today I don't know one person who's not getting hit by all of them. So we talk about genetically modified organisms in the food, the herbicides, pesticides, the xenoestrogens coming off the plastics. Okay, so that's environmental. Then you've got psycho-spiritual, where people are feeling disconnected. We have a very chaotic, fluid world right now where it's very unpredictable, and people don't like that. There's no sense of security. Then you've got your own inner stress of how you deal with such things as anger and fear, and what do you do to download? Do you suppress that? Do you stuff it down with food, whether it's pizza or hamburgers or booze? And then you've got the poor diet. So not just what's in the poor food supply, because there's nothing really left. There's no nutrient-dense foods. It's very challenging. But then it's that eating fast food on top of it. And then you've got the infections, the candida, the viruses, parasites, because I'm not just working with candida. By the time you see me, you have all the critters, as I call them, having a field day because they feed off this sugar. And that stress will elevate adrenal hormones, which also stimulates blood sugar. And before you know it, you're just having a cascade of feeding all this frenzy. So it's coming in multiple ways, and you have to be aware about all of these ways and start to look at your life and start simply. It's all complex, but it's actually really simple. You just really sit down with yourself and go, hey, what really feels out of balance in my life, and what baby step can I do today to start to make this difference? Because before you know it, you've gone from this level to this level to this level. If you allow the education and the awareness and some discipline, you can't get away today. I don't think you can age with quality unless you are diligent. This is a house, and if you don't take care of it, it crumbles. So 4 decades ago, you could wreak more havoc. You could get away with maybe a glass of wine a night, have some chocolate. Today, I don't think you can. It's got to be once or twice a week, not every day.